Modern technology allows people to communicate directly from anywhere in the world. Voice and video calls, emails, pictures, and messages travel directly from A to B. This allows people to maintain relationships and trust no matter how far away they are. However, when it comes to money, people must rely on third parties in order to complete a transaction. Blockchain is challenging the status quo in a profound way. By using math and cryptography, blockchain provides an open, decentralized database of every transaction involving value. Unlike centralized systems where the ledgers are stored in a specific entity, like a bank or a government institution, the blockchain shares the ledgers between participants. This is what makes it decentralized. This means the ledgers are stored in a network, and it's the community's responsibility to update it and monitor it. No record could ever be added without the consensus of its participants. Every block is synchronized with the other members of the open network. All of this ensures no one person has ownership of the data. A blockchain establishes an audible, indisputable, open record of information which is cheaper, faster, and more secure than any other centralized system. Blockchain systems store records on money, property, work, and even votes. Blockchain can create a record of these things whose authenticity is verified by its community. The future economy is moving towards one of distributed property and trust, where anyone who has internet access can participate in blockchain-based transactions. This means people won't have to rely on third-party trust organizations anymore. The uses of blockchain are endless, and many expect in less than 10 years it will be used to collect taxes. Blockchain also makes it easier for immigrants to send money, where access to banks or financial institutions may be limited. Financial fraud will also be severely reduced, as every transaction will be recorded on a public and distributed ledger which is accessible to anyone with an internet connection. You can think of blockchains as wills or contracts which date proof of ideas, much like a patent in engineering. Blockchain will become a global, decentralized source of trust. However, not everybody is ready to embrace it. Trust services such as banks and notaries will face challenges on price, volume, and in some drastic cases, their very survival. This graph shows Americans' trust in certain essentials. In 2009, technology was trusted 76% by the average American, while banks were trusted 47% of the time. In 2014, people trusted technology 79% of the time, while they only trusted banks 51% of the time. This graph illustrates how much more trust Americans have in technology than banks. Public authorities could find it difficult to enforce traditional financial regulations due to new possibilities offered by new Bitcoin networks to bypass traditional financial intermediaries. Unimagined new networks will evolve to meet society's needs more cheaply and potentially more securely. Will government, financial, and legal institutions embrace blockchain? And what will happen to the ones who don't?